Hey, what's up guys? This is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and today we're gonna take a look at my setup. So a little background about my setup. I bought this house about 4 months ago, and this is my same setup for my condo, just a tad bit bigger. This desk is broken up into two parts, part 1 production and part 2 gaming. This whole room is smart. With just a voice command to my Echo, I can turn off and on the whole office and even control certain objects. Also, I tied in a motion sensor to this, so at the top of the steps, you walk downstairs and bam, it turns everything on by the time you hit the bottom of the steps. Everything I mentioned in the video will be linked down below in the description. Let's get going. So when we talk about setups, every single thing has to begin with the desk. Well, I got this set up from Nova Tech's YouTube channel. Link is down below. And I just took it and doubled it. This is the Carl B countertop from IKEA, and there's 2 of them. And I'm using Alex drawers to keep everything up. I have 3 drawers to keep everything balanced, and also have these little furniture feet underneath to kind of put things up a little bit higher. And behind that, I have LifeX strips. By the way, I do like hue, don't get me wrong, but the LifeX strips are way brighter. I'm actually starting to switch over my hue back to LifeX. Let's start with the computer. This is my gaming desktop. The case is a custom paint job from Colorware, but this case is from Corsair. It's in my Tech Ninja green, and as far as specs, we have EVGA's 1080, i7 6700K, 32 gigabytes of Radeon RAM, and the full build and specs is linked below. I actually did a video for it, so if you like computer builds, make sure you check that out. The keyboard is Corsair's K65 with the MX speed switches and a matching Corsair mouse. The mouse pad is the official PC Master Race mouse pad. The monitor is from Acer, and this is the Predator X3. It's a Quad HD curved widescreen gaming monitor. And games just look good on it, of course. Now sitting on top of the monitor is the Logitech 920 webcam. Now I don't have any speakers or anything like that with this setup, but for audio I do use these Turtle Beach Gaming Elite Tournament Pro headset, and they're pretty much top of the line for gaming. And this computer I use just for gaming. Now I do have it plugged into the TAC, which allows me to fine tune audio in game. I can turn down audio for speech and increase audio for gaming. I can increase my mic. I can do everything audio related right here without going into settings, and it just makes things a whole lot easier, especially when gaming. You don't want to get out of menus and stuff like that. Now right above that, I have the Aurora Modular Smart Lighting by Nanoleaf. Now you've probably seen this in plenty of other tech YouTuber videos, but what's the big deal? It's freaking sweet, that's the big deal. These little triangles are singular lights that combines into one awesome display. You control the lights via your application on your phone, and you can even make your own light scenes, or you can use the application to have some predefined ones. They even update the list and add your own schemes. Like for example, around 4th of July, they added the America theme, which is obviously red, white, and blue. It also works with your Amazon Echo too, so you can say a certain command and change the color whenever you want. It can do over 16 million colors, and it gets very bright. So bright that I actually keep it on about 25%, otherwise it's too bright for my camera to even see. Now it is wired, even though I have the wire pretty much hidden, so that's one thing you do need to be mindful of. But it just looks really good, and it's a nice touch to the gaming portion of my room. As I mentioned before, there are 2 parts to this desk, and the second part is for production. This is where I create all of my YouTube videos and freelance work too. But before we get to the production side of things, let me tell you that this room tour is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 15,000 classes online in design, photo, and more. There's an Android and iPhone app, so you can tap into classes and learn anywhere, anytime. You can even work offline too. You want to learn Photoshop? Want to learn video editing? You want help with your YouTube channel? You can do it all here with Skillshare. Hit the link down below and sign up. And also they're tossing in a free 2-month trial to the first 10 people who sign up with the promo code TechNinja. Skillshare.com. Moving right along to my production computer, this is the 5K iMac 2014. I tossed in 32 gigabytes of RAM myself like a boss, and it's solid. It works great for editing everything you see in front of you. Underneath, I have an LG ultra wide monitor, and this one is actually a few years old now. It's 34 inches, it's LED lit, and I just like having this extra wide space when I'm editing video. The stand that I use, I'll link it below. I use this stand because I want to stack the monitors as the 5K iMac. It has this really big bezel on the bottom that looks really bad. So this is Vivo Dual LCD Monitor Desk Stand Mount, and behind here I have a few additional things. I have the Akito Thunder 2 Duo Pro SSD RAID, and I have a few 500 gigabyte Samsung Evo SSDs in it that I use to edit off of. And the simple reason I do that is that, your computer has limited space. So when you're editing, you want to keep it on the fastest storage possible. So this allows me to have an external hard drive, but yet keep the fast storage. This thing right here that's kind of under the monitor, this is my Scarlett. So when you hear my voice, just like now, I have it plugged into here. And here's my mic that I use that is right above it. This is the AKG P220 vocal condenser microphone. Look, people on YouTube like to spend $800 to $1,500 on a mic. This one is $150 and it sounds really good to me. These speakers, or I guess they're monitors, are not great, but I guess they get the job done. These are Edifier R1280T powered bookshelf speakers. They get the job done for me for the most part. However, I find myself wearing headphones a lot, and I keep the Bose QC35s with me at all times. Great headphones, but somewhat pricey for some people. If you don't use them for travel, then I do recommend maybe getting something else, but I like them because they have great noise cancellation, and for that, they become invaluable to me, especially when traveling. You want to drown all that sound out. Now, Bose is the standards in that category in my opinion. The mouse that I use on this side of the desk is Logitech's G602, and it's great for productivity and really long battery life. It also has these side buttons that are programmable, so I like to set up little macros and shortcuts when editing. The keyboard is Corsair's K70 with the brown switches and some Tech Ninja keys made by WASD Keyboard. I have drawers dedicated just to dbrand skins. As you guys know, I put dbrand skins on everything, and that dragon skin is bae. So if you want to debrand your device, make sure you hit my link below, and it gives everything a nice style, and for slippery phones like the S8, it just adds a nice grip to it. The tablet to the far right of my desk is the Nucleus tablet. It's a family communication device. It's made as an intercom system in your house with video, but it's evolved into so much more. With one touch, I can contact anyone in my family, and they can pop in and see what I'm doing at home depending on my privacy settings. What's really nice for a lot of people is that it has a hardware switch for camera, so if you're unsure about having a camera in your house, you can always flip that switch and then you can see the camera is covered. It's really nice because I'm always in the basement and my wife doesn't want to yell down the steps. She can pop in with her phone or even in the kitchen to let me know dinner's ready or yell at me for some random thing. Now, since the Amazon Echo Show just came out, I'm not too sure what the future is with this, if people are going to buy it still, but they have been getting really strong with updates, and there's been some really nice updates that just came out recently. People ask me about this LED cube all the time, so here it is. It just looks fun. It makes for some nice cool effects in the background, and I'm linking it down below. And also it's kind of cool because this company is in Michigan too. Now, speaking of cubes, this whole cube setup is from Target, and each cube has a specific task and purpose. I have one cube just for batteries, I have one where my Echo is in, and I have one that has this multiple phone charger. I got this off of Amazon, didn't even hear the brand or anything, but I thought it was pretty useful. It helps me keep all my phones juiced up at one time. Just plug in the cords and turn it on. Simple. Now, most of my phones now are USB-C, so I'm using these braided USB-C cords, and they're the perfect length for this charger. So if you pick up this charger, pick up the cables too, just to make things a whole lot easier. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, but I do want to tell you one thing, that this is just one half of the dojo. There's a whole nother half right behind me right now that we're working on. This is going to be where I do my gaming, my chill out area with the couch and everything like that. So I really want you guys to stay tuned for that. Once I get that ready, I will definitely do a tour of that. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.